sorry. As soon as you let EA take control of any game that you have, I hope you understand they're gonna try to milk you in any way they can possibly do so. If they could charge you to press buttons on your controller, they would. Where you can't even beat the game unless you buy a microtransaction, then why even buy the game in the first place? You don't care about making a good game, you care about getting money. Please, if I could just speak to every gaming company for 5 seconds, just care about your fans! Fans first, money second, because money comes with the fans. You don't have to try to drain their life savings to make a bank. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. My name is Trey Fab. I'm a React content creator. I like to make different React content, whether it be the TikTok drama, nonsense, or basketball, and different basketball creators. So if you like basketball insight, I'm the guy for you. And if you like brain rot, I'm the guy for you. Real quick, before we get this started. Holy yapsters, Batman. Had to pause this real quick. I do not get this out the way. Actually takes me a couple minutes because I start yapping. I'm done with college and it made me excited, so I just started going at the mouth. If you want to start the video reaction, go ahead and go to that timestamp on the screen. But hey, let's listen to me yap now. I do want to point out, we have another subscriber to my channel. Every single time I get a bunch of subscribers, 1, 2, 3, 10, I want to update the number. We're sitting at 219. Thank you guys. Thank you all for being part of the channel, and thank you guys for liking what I do. I'm going to continue to put out the type of content you guys like. You have been liking the video essays that I've been doing every Wednesday, so I'm going to try to keep up on that and make sure I do that, and I'll try to make sure they're better. Listen, when I'm making the essays, when I'm making the scripts and I'm sitting there and reading them, I know sometimes I fumble on really simplistic words, but one thing I will be vulnerable real quick about is, yeah, I had a speech impediment, or I have a speech impediment that I've had since a child. Now, over the years, I've gotten better with it. I've been to speech therapy, Jesus. I've gotten way better with it, and, as time goes on, I hope to continue to get better with it, and I want to continue to make these video essays for you guys, because even though right now I'm fumbling every now and then to say even the most simplistic things, I'm hoping a month from now, there's like one mistake. A couple months from now, there's none, But I digress, right? Let's get into the video. Today, we're going to react to SunnyV2’s last video before he disappeared. I don't know where the hell he went to, but hopefully he comes back. But it's how microtransactions destroyed Plants vs. Zombies. Now that I'm back from school, finals are done. We are done with finals, boys. We are done. Well, I'm done with school until August, at least. Now that I'm able to relax, I'm going to make sure I upload more videos, video essays type of things. I'm going to make sure I do more lives, and I'm going to make sure that I put as much good content out there. Quality content. Not quantity as much, but quality that I can. I'll make sure that every time I do a video essay, I put as much work as I can into it now that I got the free time. And I'll make sure that I go live some more so you guys can see me game. Tonight, I'll be live around 9 p.m. Central playing Call of Duty Zombies. So you guys should join. I'm going to rot my brain after all the mush I've been through. So yeah, and I'll definitely be reacting to longer videos as the days go on. But this is going to be a shorter one, only because I just got out of school. I just finished my last final. I'm tired. I don't want to do a long video at the moment. I kind of want to take a nap because I have been stressing with work and school, bro. So let's just watch this. Let's do the reaction. I'm going to give you my honest and genuine reaction to it. That's why I want to do a short video, because if I do a long one, when we're like halfway through it, I'm going to start getting tired. And let's crack out, huh? Enough with that. Long ass intro. I apologize for that. Let's just go. Let's just go!
Plants vs. Zombies 1 was truly video game perfection. Reviewers couldn't find even one thing wrong with its simple, addictive gameplay. Compare this to the recent Plants vs. Zombies 3, which people have called a game that straight up comes from a garbage can, in which watching 30-second ads for double coin rewards is more fun than the game itself.
I've never played the new Plants vs. Zombies game. I will say that I've played the old games. The older one, maybe even the first one that came out. I loved Plants vs. Zombies. I loved the pea shooter little motherfucker. I love that game. I loved the building and strategy games. Bloons Tower Defense, I don't know if you guys know that one. That was my shit. And one thing I do like about Bloons Tower Defense is that yes, it is paid now. You got to pay for it. I have it on my laptop and I have it on my phone. And yes, I had to pay for it twice. I think it was like $13. But I do enjoy playing the game. It's extremely fun. And there's no, they have the microtransactions, but you can have fun without using the microtransactions. Now I'm interested to see what Plants vs Zombies did, because like I said, I haven't played this in forever. But when you buy the game, you don't get ads. You don't have to pay extra for no ads. You don't get any of that bullshit. It's not impossible if you don't spend money on monkeys or spend money on different things. It's can be difficult, the harder difficulty, but the lower difficulty, easy as fuck. The harder difficulty is definitely difficult, but I have done the most hardest difficulty without buying any monkeys. So Plants vs Zombies, not sure what they did, but I will say Bloons Tower Defense, that shit was fun as fuck. And it continues to be fun as fuck.
Let's explore how Plants vs Zombies eventually lost its way from an amazing tower defense game fall into the extremely predatory mobile game landscape. Firstly, what made the original so damn good? At a price of just $2.99 in the App Store, with no ads or extra in-game purchases, Plants vs Zombies 1 was simply amazing value. The easy first level gets players addicted immediately.
In just one level, the game already indoctrinates you into its gameplay cycle flawlessly, and in a fun way.
With one 5-star review writing, I won't say that the game is a cakewalk, but it isn't particularly challenging either. Still, the game offers enough mental stimulation that I never once grew bored. This is due to the game's incredible variety, offering loads of different plant zombies and music, with comments stating the soundtrack alone is enough to make you want the game. This makes it so entrancing that people can play for hours, which led to crazy commercial success. In addition to almost perfect professional reviews, Plants vs Zombies became the highest rated App Store product, having sold more than 300,000 copies in its first 9 days available.
Believe it or not, I played Plants vs. Zombies on my Xbox. Yeah, that's right. That's right, kiddos. I'm Unk. But I don't know why that makes me Unk, but I had an Xbox 360, okay? I'm Unk. Or I'm broke. There's also that. Unk, broke, same, different, huh? But let's keep going.
A new App Store launch record. Developers expanded the game to 13 other platforms, creating so much success for PopCap Games they'd be bought by EA for $650 million. Yep, EA. The company was such an extreme reputation.
Okay, well, that's where you fucked up. You let EA take control of it, that's where you fucked up. I don't even know. You guys want to close it? Okay, thanks guys for coming to my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and peace out. Like, we can quit the video, right? Like, you let EA Sports take control of your game? Yeah, no shit. It probably became a microtransaction hellscape.
For greed, there's an entire Wikipedia page dedicated to criticism of the company. People have called their use of microtransactions a plague, which sadly began to infect Plants vs Zombies, because on the 15th of August 2013, Plants vs Zombies 2 came out, with one key difference compared to the first.
PopCap found a way to cram this game with as many in-app purchases and microtransactions as humanly possible, to the point where it's too much of a hindrance for me to actually enjoy the game.
Plants vs Zombies 2 features microtransactions. Unlike in the previous entries to the series, new plants can be purchased with real money, as well as upgrades and coins. These items can also be bought in bundles to save some money. So
yeah, I'm sorry. As soon as you let EA take control of any game that you have, I hope you understand they're going to try to milk you in any way they can possibly do so. If they could charge you to press buttons on your controller, they would.
certain plants could only be accessed using cold hard cash, and while coins could be naturally earned in-game, you could pay up to $52 to instantly unlock them. The Pirate Seas and Wild West levels can also be unlocked without earning all of the required stars. They cost $5.49 each to instantly access. More controversial for whatever reason was the game's new art style. People argue that every single character looked to be designed by a totally different person, each of whom had their own way of drawing. There's full videos dedicated to the poorly designed plants, with the excessive discussion about this flaw being a meme within the community. This was because they'd hired a whole new team of designers, and under suspicious circumstances fired George Fan, who designed PvZ1 all by himself. Well, an article later confirmed EA fired Plants vs Zombies creator for refusing microtransactions in sequel.
That is crazy. You fired the creator of the game because he doesn't want to charge people an absorbent amount of money to play a simple app game? Like, yeah, I can see why your company's not like... I will never understand how EA will continue to be this exuberant, large company that they are. Like, they continue to do, like, ridiculous amount of shit and get away with it. Like, I understand microtransactions. There's probably not a game on this planet that doesn't have one. Anyone that kind of like complains about microtransaction full stop probably just doesn't really play video games. Like any video game you can point out probably has a microtransaction in one way or the other. But the way microtransactions are supposed to work, it's supposed to stimulate your game, not be part of your game. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, if you're buying a microtransaction, it's because you want to do something more fun, not to complete the game. So when you get to the point where you can't even beat the game unless you buy a microtransaction, then why even buy the game in the first place? You don't care about making a good game. You care about getting money. So that's just how it is. Here, we're gonna pull out. Let's pull out art, huh? Let's pull out our art. Let's pull out our art. I haven't done this in a while. Let's pull out art, huh? It's pretty simple. It goes like this. If you have a game that's really fun game, we'll call this fun game, and it has microtransactions up here, but you don't need to buy these microtransactions to beat the game. You have people beating it on the hardest difficulty without buying a single microtransaction, then you probably made a good game. We'll go ahead and say good game, GG's. But if you have a game and it can be fun, but to beat the hardest difficulty, you absolutely have to buy the microtransactions, then you didn't make a good game. You made a money sucker. Money sucker. That's what you made. And that is the problem with EA. Is the problem with some app games in general. Some games will make it absolutely impossible for you to beat the game unless you buy microtransactions. And at that point, I feel like that game should just lose its credibility. That's just not acceptable.
Explaining that George had lost his job as he didn't agree with the pay-to-win model. He'd partially confirmed this by tweeting, regarding recent rumors, it is true I was laid off by EA/PopCap, and also true that I was against making PvZ2 a freemium game. That's all I'll say.
Ah, shit. Isn't PopCap the same company that started making a bunch of microtransactions on Angry Birds? I can't exactly remember if that's true, but if that is true, I'm not shocked at them doing this shit.
On the matter for now. Sure do miss paying for a game once, and unlocking cool things by actually, playing that game. You and me both, man. These elements led to videos claiming Plants vs. Zombies 1 is better than Plants vs. Zombies 2, but that's not to say that the second game was awful. It featured so many different plants it's hard to even count them, and offered 312 levels, compared to just 50 in PvZ1. These PvZ2 levels were each set at varying levels of difficulty, better serving a wider range of players. The second game therefore also received amazing feedback, with critics stating the game is just as enjoyable without spending a dime, and that you'll only need to pay if you're exceptionally impatient, or just not very good at these kind of games. The microtransaction model also meant the game was totally free, leading to 25 million downloads in the first 2 weeks, more than PvZ1 had achieved in 4 years. In fact, according to Hey I'm Jay, for every dollar the original was making, PvZ2 made 26,000.
That is crazy. That is oh my god. Like, I understand that you're a business model. Trust me, $26,000 every download is a lot better than $1. I get all that. I just feel like at some point, companies need to be more user-friendly. Is that rough to say? I think companies need to start focusing more on making the player happy and less on making the player lust. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Like, they focus way too much, right, on making the player wants. And I feel like these games need to start just making the player happy with what you give them. You don't have to give the player a million microtransactions knowing that a bunch of people will buy them to make them happy. Just make a base level game that you don't have to put a bunch of money into, and a lot of players would be happy if it's a good game.
Make the original free for every player, although this meant people would be paying with their time.
It's free now, which naturally means that the game absolutely bombards you with ads. God, I love mobile games. There are ads before and after levels now, and even during, where the game tries to distract you as much as possible to watch a video for an extra item.
Before every level you have to watch an unskippable ad, then sit there prompted to download what you watched. At the end of every level, you're forced to briefly play a different mobile game, with the hope that you'll download it later. Items can be earned by watching further ads, which are even served to those who initially paid for the game. You could say it's even more annoying than the microtransaction model, which was earning so much money for PvZ2 that started to build Plants vs. Zombies 3. In the meantime, time, developers took a detour and put out Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. This third-person shooter was certainly different, but extremely well received, achieving consistent reviews of 7 out of 10 or higher. Garden Warfare was surprisingly amazing. I remember spending definitely over 500 hours grinding it as a kid. They'd therefore released Garden Warfare 2, which was even more successful than the first, confirming the third-person shooter style was perfect for the series. So when they announced what was basically Garden Warfare 3, developers likely expected another successful title. It was called Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, which featured an epic trailer in 2019, gaining over 15 million views from super excited fans, but with people eventually stating,
"This whole trailer was fantastic and I love it. Too bad I love the trailer more than the game."
The game was a total flop.
Damn.
Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville is one of the worst games you've never heard of. Extensive posts like this called it a complete and utter disaster in almost every way, and one of, if not the worst multiplayer game I have played in 2019. It referenced problems such as bugs and graphical errors, textures and map design are absolutely horrible, whilst the characters all control awfully and feel very unenergetic, since the sound design is absolutely garbage.
I think the problem that comes in with this game, especially reading all of the issues here that this user had, and I understand that this is one user, but still, this is probably the issues that this user had, and then many users had besides this one. You can't make a game that you're focused on literally just pulling the name off of and getting a buck from. You gotta put some heart into it. Your first game did good. Your second game, you stepped it up and it did good. And now this game, you fall back, and I can probably guess what happened. First game, they put a lot of work into it. Second game, they put a lot of work into it. Third game, well, they liked the first one. They really liked the second one. The third game, how about we just put the equal amount or less work into the third one than we did the second one? And then people end up playing the third one, and they're like, what the hell is happening here? You got to make sure that when you're making this type of shit, you're always trying to step up your game. That's with everything, whether you're making video games or in life, right? When I get on here and try talking to you guys and try making this type of content, I either try to step up my game each time, like I'm making video essays now. I'm going to be going live later tonight. Hopefully I can see you guys. Even if I have one person in my life tonight, one person while I play Call of Duty, I'm going to act like I have 100. I'm going to talk. I'm going to be vocal. I'm not going to be lazy, right? I'm not going to be lazy for the sake of, well, I make videos and they get okay views, so fuck it. Oh, I make video essays and people like those, so fuck it. I'm not really going to put effort into this. Put effort into your shit, especially if some shit that you want people to buy into. Because if one person comes in and sees me being lazy as fuck, that is one person I could have had and they're gone. So that's the same thing with this game shit, right? Don't put effort into it, you're going to lose your fans. It's easy to get a bunch of fans to join your shit if you make a good product. But it is hard to get them back if you fucked them over on that product.
Then, of course, there were the microtransactions.
These need to be unlocked, and the way you unlock these characters is through a specific challenge called giving EA $30. But the game already costs $30 to buy, and you expect players to spend that twice in order to play the new characters?
As mentioned, the game already cost $40, but demanded an extra $30 to unlock every character, which could be unlocked by grinding the game, but would take about 3 months to earn one costume. Players therefore dismissed the game completely, writing, as a player who played the 2 previous games of this one, I can say that this game is a joke on the Plants vs. Zombies franchise. Bad graphics, boring gameplay, boring characters. Compared to Garden Warfare 1 and 2, this game is very bad. They'd therefore stop updating it after only 11 months, leading to comments like, it is so sad how fast this game died. If it had a little more time to develop and didn't have microtransactions, then it would have never disappeared. But
yeah, again, I don't understand why these companies get so greedy. What's your limit? At what point is your limit? You have so much money as a company. Why do you have to force feed these microtransactions, bro? Why does it matter that much to you? Does this little bit of money that you get off of each microtransaction matter as much as the fan base that you build? I will not understand this. Wouldn't it be better as a company if you built a game and you built a fan base? Sure, maybe you have microtransactions, whatever, but it's not as like the main component of your game. The main component of your game is you just making a really great game for people to play, and you have a great fan base that loves your game versus just force feeding them stuff to buy over and over and trying to make a bag off that.
But apparently the franchise didn't
Come
learn
on!
their lesson, as during that very same year, Plants vs. Zombies 3 was nearing completion. That had 7 full years since PvZ2, setting high expectations for PvZ3. However, when the first bit of gameplay was posted to YouTube, people instantly disliked it.
What
PvZ1
the
skill, PvZ2 wallet, PvZ3 won't download it. Why? For starters, the game was now in portrait, which to be honest was probably more
What the hell is this? This looks gross.
convenient, but at the same time it looked extremely weird. The lawn is literally horizontal. Why? Why is the display vertical? The game had also gone from 2D to 3D and had another change in art style, prompting memes such as this. It is evolving just backwards.
This looks better than this. 2022? Damn, I was gonna at least maybe say 2020 maybe, but damn! This is bad.
The new pea shooter model looked absolutely awful, which sadly couldn't be upgraded through microtransactions. With videos like Plants vs. Zombies 3 is mechanically broken, gaining over 2 million views, PvZ3 was taken off the App Store. They'd re-release it 1 year later, to which people said compared to the alpha this looks great, however again it still wasn't good enough. This happened again in 2022, then again in 2024, receiving the same feedback at every single point. The game was simply boring.
There is just nothing to do in this game, man, besides grind the stupid main quest that just sucks. 90-something levels of doing the same thing over and over and over is so boring.
I've just spent 3 hours playing the 4th beta of PvZ3, and I gotta say, how does EA get away with this? The game is 10,000% dumbed down, no more collecting plants, no more input on plant choosing, sun is now worth 1 and plants cost 1 to 5 plus, animations feel capped at 10 FPS, gameplay feels unfun. Others complained it just had a scummy feeling.
Right out of the gate, it seems to just have that manipulative mobile game feel about it. You know that feeling.
Everything about this game feels off. It's like I'm watching an App Store ripoff of PvZ.
That is absolutely disgusting. What the hell, bro?
As a result, it's still in development 5 years after its first alpha launch.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let my boy Jordan talk to you for a minute.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, no. Care about your goddamn fan base, dog. Please, please, please. If I could just speak to every gaming company for 5 seconds, just care about your fans. Fans first, money second, because money comes with the fans. You don't have to try to drain their life savings to make a bank. It's so annoying. Oh my god. But hey, good video from the Sunny guy, the man who has disappeared for a while. I don't know why anybody's not talking about this. Because when I looked this up, SunnyV2, he is the first person that comes up. When we go to his channel, the man's been gone. I even, bro. I went to Twitter. Yeah, no, I'm serious. I went to Twitter. I went and sat on Twitter and tried to find anything recent. I haven't found shit because as you guys can see, he was posting like a video a week. 3 months ago, 3 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 2 months ago, 2 months ago, 2 months ago, a month ago. So he was posting a video once a week. But the motherfucker has been gone. Where'd you go? Why is nobody talking about this? Where is Sunny? Where is Sunny? And why am I not subscribed? I usually watch his shit. I should subscribe, especially if he comes back. Here, we'll subscribe. Speaking of subscribe, if you guys like my content, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want me to react to down below, and I will make sure to do that. Moving forward, like I said, I will be doing more game lives. I will be doing more of my content on live, where I'll be reacting on live, looking at the content, and then chopping it up into clips and posting it on my channel. I'll be making more video essays. I'll be trying to talk with you guys more. I'll be trying to hold debates, but people usually skirt away from doing that with me. But we'll see what happens, guys. Until next time, love you, see you. I'm gonna go hang out with my wife for a minute, take a nap, eat dinner, and then I'm gonna hop back on tonight. I need to edit this video real quick, upload it. We are done with school, guys. For a month, but we're done. We're done. I got a couple summer classes I'm taking in college, but they're kind of easy. It's not like the workload that I had. And I don't have that until late June anyway. So 1 month, guys. Let's... Oh, God, that feels good. It feels good, but okay. I'm gonna make sure I do what I can for the next month to keep posting more content, getting more people to my channel, blowing this shit up, and we're gonna get there, guys, one day at a time. But until next time, love you, see ya, peace out.